Yo, yo, what's happening, guys? So, we're back again with the OMI purchases. And we have one set up right now. Let's see, can you guys actually see? Okay, you can actually see my whole screen, that's good. Audio, just going to check my audio. Hopefully that's all okay. Audio test, okay, that's fine. Cool. Right, so last time I updated my OMI, I bought around about 10 million tokens. That was around about 0.11 cents. So a little bit lower compared to where we are. Last time I bought like right on this dip here. It was this kind of a June region. No, I think it was June. And then kind of ordering right now. So I'm looking right. So this is kind of what I have to contend with. So I've put in a buy order of 4.77 million. I want to get lower if I can, but I think it'll probably come down here. So 0.135 right now. I want 0.131. So let's see. We have 50, 76,000, 51. So from 135 all the way down to, let's see, 131, 1313. There's not much buy pressure. And as soon as you get to here, bam, you've got 1.3 million, then you've got 13.8 million, then you've got 6.17 million, 6.17 million, and then you've got my one here. So that little purple dot indicates this is mine. So I have 4.77 million, and then below me there's someone with 5.9 million, 7.62 millions, and yeah, you get the idea. And then we've got this huge buy wall at 40.89 million at 0.0013. That's going to be pretty difficult to grab. But I'm tempted to lower my average price just in case these buy orders get eaten up, because the ETH merge, that's happening in about 1.5 days, and if something goes wrong, anything that's paired to ETH is going to tank, and OMI is paired to ETH as well as USDT that is also paired to ETH. So if we go into the lower time frame, let's have a look. 0.131 range, so 0.131 range. Possible, definitely possible. But the OEP article is coming out this month as well, and I think that's going to really push the price up. So I kind of just want to get my own quick, add that to my stack. I've got nearly 42 million OMI, so this should get to me to nearly 47 million. And you know, the goal is 100 million OMI, since 100 million should be enough. And yeah, let me see if I can show you guys. Actually, let's have a look at ETH. USDT ETH. So how is ETH doing right now? I think ETH came down a bit. Yeah, ETH is kind of on a downtrend right now. So OMI has to follow that. Like, no way OMI doesn't go down. I think we're gonna kind of head towards 1.5K. Let's look at what we're heading towards. Let's go. Let's see. If we continue downwards, we are back to about 1.1K. Okay, I mean, ETH has good volume though. So if ETH comes down back to that 1.1K range, OMI has to come down to like 0.11 again, maybe 0.12. And I don't know if that's the levels I should be targeting. Let's see. You know, the OEP coming in soon. Yeah, I'm trying to anticipate that because I know the OEP is going to be big, and I just want to fill up all my OMI whilst I can. I'm still scooping golden ducks and coke like you advise us. I mean, I don't advise anyone to buy anything, but I do think the Donald Ducks are very, very solid. But I mean, everyone's seen now the golden moments. Like I've been going on about golden moments for like the longest amount of time. And I think, you know, Donald Duck is a really good one to have. Winnie the Pooh, I think, is pretty good. Walt, if you have Walt, that's a good one to have. And they're not going to make any more golden moments. So, you know, that's about as collectible as you can get. Please keep buying OMI. 2 billion tokens. Yeah, I don't know if I can get that high, but 100 million seems achievable if I, you know, if I keep accumulating at these prices. Yeah, I've actually stepped away from collectibles now. I am basically looking to buy as much OMI as I can, and then with OUP, we're gonna have OMI to NFT. And if you purchase NFTs with OMI, you don't have a 10% cash out fee, which is the main incentive for me because that cash out fee really, really burns. Like if you've cashed out like 50,000 gems, right? You're paying an extra $5,000 worth of gems just on a fee. And that's a lot of money. So I kind of just want to be transacting in OMI once they enable that in the market. Like I don't want to be using gems anymore. Quit being cheap by the OMI. I'm tempted to just buy right now, but you know, if this goes to 0.12 ish, like that range, then that's an additional 10% OMI I can grab. So I'm hoping I can get that. And plus, I do think ETH is going to come down, so I'm being patient. You retire in a few years, hopefully. Hey, Chumbo, Woshi, Morning K, go get. I'm great. Go. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to grab this OMI. Wait, they said no cash out fee for using OMI. I mean, this isn't the OEP article. If you're cashing out with OMI, you pay like a very, very small buyer fee. It's like 0.5%, 0.25% if you stake your OMI. But because OMI to NFT is peer-to-peer, there is no kind of VeVe cash out fee involved. And that's one of the main advantages of using OMI. And a lot of people aren't aware of that. So OMI wagering, I think, is also going to be huge because I asked a question today in Twitter Spaces, and this is why I asked people if AF15 was dropping today and you hadn't seen what prices it had shot up to, like just forget you don't know what price it went up to in a secondary because we know the common went up to like 500. If AF15 was dropping today, how much OMI would you wager to guarantee a chance at grabbing that AF15? Because part of the OMI utility program is you can get your OMI tokens, you can wager some of them and be put into a priority queue. And then if you get the collectible in that priority queue, your OMI that you wagered is burned. So for example, if I wagered $100 worth of OMI, that could greatly increase my chances of getting, let's say, that AF15. And now we know that the AF15 is about 500. My prediction at the time was AF15 would probably be around about 150 to 200-ish for the common. But it went way above that, which is crazy. So I was willing to wager $80 worth of OMI on top of the 20 gems. So about $100 worth in order to get 150 to $200 worth. So I saw that between a 50 to 100% gain if I'd wagered that OMI. And a lot of people actually said roughly the same amount. They were all willing to wager around about $100 worth of OMI. And if you have 10,000 people all wagering $100 worth of OMI, you know, that's $1 million worth of OMI burned right there. And at a market cap of 200 million, you're literally burning like 0.5% of the entire market cap in like one drop. Now imagine how many drops VeVe is going to do across a year. Like that is, you know, a very, very kind of like consistent, stable amount of growth. Like you could easily see, you know, 20% growth a year on OMI. And that's just from the burning. Like that's not even from like, you know, the bigger exchanges or anything else. And that's just one part of the OUP. And so we're going to be seeing some good stuff. Like I believe the OMI buybacks also coming back in a more compliant way. OMI to NFT, that's going to get liquidity into the app. The OMI staking. So the staking, I don't think a lot of people are aware of this. So I'll try and pull this up for you guys right now. Let me see. OUP medium. Oh, but this is the first look. Let's see. Okay, so this is the first look. I believe there was a 0.2 article, but I can't be asked to find it. So I'll show you guys kind of what we had initially. It didn't really change too much. But this is what we had, right? So OMI tier 3, you get a 0.25% fee in the market. But here's some of the cool stuff that you get, right? Is you can rent out your collectibles, which I think a lot of people will do if there's utility tied to those collectibles. You also get expanded AR features. What those are, we don't know yet. Unlimited showrooms, you can display a mint number. So a lot of it is like kind of visual stuff that, is part of the kind of VeVe experience. But, I am looking forward kind of towards that, 0.25% market fee, as well as the burning of collectibles. Now, oh, here we go. So you actually get the burning in tier 2. So you get it even earlier. So burning NFTs for points. Now, some people are going to fast track. They're just going to take the 1.25K worth of OMI and burn it just to fast track that. Because if you can burn mass NFTs and you don't want to wait 2 months, people will do that. Because the opportunity cost of, what you can make from the burning as opposed to just, the 1.25K of OMI, like, that's worth it. So there are quite a lot of additional advantages coming. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they deliver on the OUP version 3 article. I am looking forward to seeing how the new buybacks work as well, because that is what is rumored to be coming. Won't be cashing out till it's doable with OMI. Yep. Recession will hit hard. All these cryptos crash. OMI will hit. Is that wait? Are you saying 4 zeros? That would not make sense. Like, when was OMI 4 zeros? Like, that was like back when no one knew what it was. I would say even if ETH goes to like $100, OMI's not going to go that low because there's way too many people who are not going to be selling that are holding now. I can name, like 5 people who are holding, a lot of OMI and they're not going to be selling. They're just going to buy more if it goes to that price. I mean, a lot of the traders I know, their lowest price that they're targeting is 0.0007. That's the absolute lowest that a lot of them are targeting. If it goes to that point, they're all buying. I mean, if the entire crypto market crashes, like, I still don't see it going that low. There's just too many people with extreme conviction. Nah, that's too low. I don't think so. When do you think is a better time to take a bit of a profit on Money token? I think usually the best time is like a day before the launch, because a lot of people usually kind of wait on the day of the launch. And that's usually the case with exchanges as well. Usually a day before the listing, that's when prices tend to peak because a lot of people are trying to get in right before the exchange listing. So, if you want to take some profit on your Money token, then one day before the game launch, so that would be on the 15th of September, if you want to sell a bit. Joining, have I missed anything? We were just going through my OMI buy orders. So I have an active buy order, which I'll share with you guys now. So this is my order right now, 4.77 million at 0.00133125. And that's mainly because right below me, there are a lot of people who want to buy a ridiculous amount of OMI, 40 million here at 1.3. So I had to go above that. And then we've got like 1 million, 13 million, 7 million. I might actually go above to 128 just so I can be above this guy with the double 6.17 million. But I'm hoping, you know, ETH brings everything down. That's my hope. So what I'll do is actually, on the point of Moni, I'll share with you guys the video. Oh, thank you for the donation, Isaiah. Highest CC OMI hit in 5 years. So let's say they've got OUP with wagering. I believe that's going to yield a very consistent 20% increase per year just from that. Now, the bonus from being on more liquid exchanges, as well as the Bitcoin halving happening in the next 2 years, I personally believe OMI can be, you know, that at that point, OMI's potential should be fully realized. So I can see it easy being a 7 to 10 cent token. That is not unrealistic, I believe, because with the OMI wagering, the buybacks, the reserve is also going to be fully depleted in that time. And that's when the real fun starts happening with OMI. So there are so many different catalysts that I can just count off the top of my head, like, you know, the wagering, the OMI to NFT, which is always going to be burning OMI. So that fee, when you buy something and it goes to VeVe, the 2.5%, that it would OMI to NFT, that's going to be burned. So, you know, that as well. The VeVe land sales or VeVe branded IP, that stuff is going to be burning OMI. You're going to have, you know, the wagering. You're going to have the staking. Some people will release the stake early that they're going to, you know, burn some OMI that way. And there's going to be additional third parties using OMI. You know, Epico Regal, they've kind of accumulated from their recent sale another 7 million OMI to burn. There's a lot of different ways where we can kind of, you know, burn OMI. So I see 7 to 10 cents being fairly, you know, reasonable. A lot of other people, they're calling for like $1 OMI. I think that's going to be very, very difficult. Like, we would need OMI to go literally viral, but assuming, you know, it just kind of like grows organically and the market recovers and, you know, they deliver on the OUP and MCP, then 7 to 10 cent OMI in the next 5 years, I think is fairly reasonable. Where do you store your OMI? So I store my OMI in a Nano Ledger S. Let's see. I have it here. I can show you guys. Yeah, store it in one of these. Nano Ledger S. I mean, you don't need anything fancy. Like, you can get any Komi secure wallet if you want. That's just basically one of these with a screen. You can get a Trezor as well, or you can get the Nano Ledger, was it X, the one with the screen, and you can hold more tokens on it, or more chains, I should say. So yeah, that's kind of like how I store my OMI. So what I was going to show you guys is, let's see. Okay, so here are a few videos. So these are kind of trailers of Monsta Infinite with Tap War. So I'll show you guys kind of what. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of like a Candy Crush combined with a card strategy game. Okay, so that was kind of like the little trailer, and then I think this gives you a closer peek to the actual game. Like the
legends tell a story in the mythical lands of Shawnee, the lost era of past glory. It was a day to remember. The cloning brought forth only a short victory, eventually leading all things their mortal mind. The years of the efforts to fight back were futile. But alas, darkness took over the land, and the monsters
Okay, so
were forced out of the only home they had ever known.
okay, we'll just pause there and let it buffer. But basically, they are releasing the game on the 16th, and it is play to earn, I believe, as well. And some people did get the NFTs. I still hold all of my Monsta Infinite NFTs as well. I'm just waiting for the game to come out. Play. I tried to close beta actually. I was invited to that, and they've made a lot of improvements since then as well. So I kind of already know like some of the tricks that you can use in the game, but you know.
To rebuild life on distant lands. The loss and destruction that day were etched deep in their hearts. But time could not return the glory of the past, and soon most legacies were long forgotten. What mysteries could unfold from the lost legacies of the ancients? As destiny has its way, it led the prophet to a new discovery, a world beyond the comprehension of realities.
So those tools in there, that's basically kind of like the concept of this game, right? Is you collect souls, but there's also like additional mechanics where people can steal souls from you and you can steal souls from them. So it's kind of like got this kind of randomness factor to it as well, which is quite cool.
Now countless souls have long threaded their way into the galaxies far, far away. With newfound knowledge from planet Earth, the prophet designed a way to bring glory to monsters again. This is the discovery that...
Yeah, so there you go. So that's kind of like the basic UI of the mobile game. So I tried it on mobile and PC, and it's a similar experience on both. What I do like about this game is very fast paced. So one game you can be done in like a minute, and so if you lose, then it's not like a kind of end of the world thing. Like you can just hop into another game. So you can play like 10 rounds in like 10 minutes even, and you'll see your score kind of accumulate quite fast. So it is quite fast paced game for like, which you wouldn't expect from like a puzzle strategy kind of game. Usually they're kind of longer and drawn out.
Will bring forth the next era of war. Tap War.
Okay, so that's basically the general idea of the game. Is you're basically, it's kind of like Candy Crush, but then you get these strategy cards as well, and those cards basically give you like additional kind of bonuses. So you can get like double points, or you can steal souls from people, or like it can get like a pretty creative with what you can do. Okay, so if I hop back into OMI right now, someone just bought a crap load of OMI, freaking hell. No, push the price down. I'm trying to buy, not. Let's see. I think, okay, so this is what I'm going to do, right? There's someone with 2 big buy orders right above mine. Oh man, someone stuck up for 13 million buy order. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. He's put it up at 128. I'm going to put mine up at 129. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this order. So we're going to put in a price of, let's see, 13129. 13129. And that gets us still roughly similar amount of OMI, so that's fine. And I'm going to execute that buy order. So 4.7 million, that is good. Buy. Okay, so we've put in our buy order. So this is at 0.00133129. Yeah, 4.77 million OMI still. And our buy order is literally, oh man, what the hell? Someone slapped a 13 million buy order of our, okay, I'm canceling, I'm relisting. Okay, so 131, hold on. Is someone trolling here? Like, what happened to that buy order that was just there? Anyway, I'm gonna go for, let's see. All right, 13129. I'll do 30. 13130. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, the price. Okay, 13130. Okay. 13130. Okay. So I am buying. Okay, there we go. So we are above the other dude. What the hell? Did this guy just delist his OMI and put it up above mine? What the hell? Okay, I'm going to cancel. I'm going to do 13135. So I still get 4.7 million. Okay. 13135. Buy. Okay, so now we have our buy order here, and we're above this dude with the 13.8 million, so ours should fill in first. Oh, I think I disconnected there. Let me share this again. Okay, so if you're watching and only, yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think all of the OMI sell orders kind of crashed me. Realistically, I don't see it becoming a top 200 token by end of the year. Like, I think the founder's going to lose that bet for sure. Like, unless they can deliver something absolutely crazy, I don't think they'll be able to hit top 200 because there's too much risk in the market as well. Like, people are only going to be holding on to like the less volatile tokens, I'd say. I mean, I'm buying OMI, like, it's just quite risky, but you know, know the team fairly well at this point, and I kind of understand what they're trying to do. But yeah, like on the OMI side, right? So this is really interesting. So have a look at this. So 0.134, if we keep going up, right, there's a 4 million sell order, which is like nothing at 0.136. And then a 3 million at 0.138. So that's still nothing. Like, you know, someone buying 10 million would just eat through this. And if you keep going at 0.14, there's like barely any sell orders. Like, you know, there's a couple of million, but that's nothing. And then 0.15, still, there's like barely anything. And then 0.16, there's like 2 million here, and then that's like the highest. And then 0.17, there's like barely anything either. So if someone came along with like 20 million OMI that they wanted to buy, like the price would absolutely skyrocket. And that just goes to show, you know, there's a lack of liquidity on Ascendex. And, you know, right now, the price can just like literally go straight back up to like, you know, 0.17 with very little, you know, buy pressure. Which is why we need those more liquid exchanges like Binance, for example. And when that happens, I do see OMI kind of like, you know, just going fully parabolic there. If we go to daily, yeah, and it's kind of been trading pretty flat as well. Like, it's a pretty decent range, actually, that's trading in. Like, you know, between 0.1213 up to 0.17. Like, I'm basically accumulating right now. God's Entry, you know, he kind of called this accumulation zone as well. But I think he's waiting for lower because of ETH. He believes ETH is going to, you know, potentially tank if something goes, well, something may go wrong with the ETH merge. But then, you know, CPI numbers weren't great, and we're expecting more rate hikes as well. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, I'll probably take 3 more minutes of questions and things, and then we'll call it a wrap. Let's see, oh yeah, so I already went through that. Yeah, so let's see. We covered the OUP. How about I logged in? Oh, okay, I'm logged in. Yeah, so I believe. Okay, so if I go to my collection, right? What's the lamp at? The lamp is at 1112. So that's slightly higher than what I was expecting. I was expecting between 80 to 100 floor price, but it's at 112. So it's doing better than I thought. So in my collection, you guys can see I have just the Donald and Daisy Golden Moment and a VeVe logo. This logo I got given. I didn't even ask for the logo. They gave it to me for doing some breakdancing at the after party, which was like fully unexpected. And Eagle Eyes was the one who kind of peer pressured me into that. But I'm glad I did it now. Yeah, I was like not expecting the logo at all. Why have I got a Mummy Corn on my wish list? Get rid of that. Okay, there we go. So what is doing decently in the market? I bet AF15 is still holding quite well, the common for it. Yeah, it's close to 500 still. AF15 is doing well. This, man, I anticipate they were only going to sell about maximum 1,000 of these. Like max. How many they sell? They sold like barely 600. Yeah. I mean, this is so expensive, 120 gems, and the edition size is really high as well. Like, I just don't see the demand for this. And Star Trek, to be honest, is like one of their weaker IPs as well. Oh yes, McFarlane. Okay, so McFarlane Toys. So we will touch on that. I completely missed that message. So if we go to McFarlane, right? Okay, So what kind of cool stuff can we expect from McFarlane? I mean, a lot of people aren't aware of the IP they have. Like, I mean, you can see Avatar there straight away. But if you have a look at what IP they have in their toys, so they have DC, obviously it's Todd McFarlane. Disney, you know, they've got proper anime like My Hero Academia, that is pretty big. Spawn, obviously, because Todd McFarlane. And, you know, they've got other genres as well, like sports and, you know, movies and TV. But let's see, if we go to DC Direct, look at some of the stuff they have, right? They've got, you know, the DC Direct statues. These are kind of zombie ones. What's this? Deceased Nightwing, Deceased Batgirl. That's pretty cool. They got the gold label. Oh, this is from like the original animated one. I could tell. Yeah, I remember now. This is from the 90s. That is OG. Okay, what about DC Multiverse? Oh, that's cool. And then we've got Disney Mirrorverse here as well. People said the game for this wasn't that great, but I do like the figures. Like, they've got this Donald Duck that looks absolutely like kitted out. There we go. There's the Donald. Like, look at this. This thing is an absolute tank. I mean, it's literally a tank. That's what it's called. Donald Duck tank. Like, look at that. Yeah, McFarlane's got some pretty good IP. There is one I wanted to share. There's one that I think people are gonna like. Where is it? It's the Arkham Knights one. Can I just search Arkham Knights? Okay. What if I just search Arkham Knight? Okay, there we go. So this is a really cool one. You can see it comes with accessories. So I believe McFarlane is going to be doing some really cool stuff in the digital NFT space. And based off of what they have on their IP, collectibles, I think they're going to be distributing very similar stuff to VeVe, but we'll have to wait and see kind of like what it looks like. And I reckon they'll probably enter this space quite soon as well. So they got good stuff. But yeah, we'll just see what we have left. Yeah, Facepalm, I just covered Monsta Infinite right before I went into the McFarlane stuff. Have you converted layer 1 to layer 2? Yes, I have done that. You kind of have to bridge it yourself. I don't think they're going to do it automatically. And it's not really a difficult thing. You know, you just send it, you click, you know, bridge and pay the fees. I'll soon have 50 million on me, but 100 mil gold. That is, yeah. I mean, I've got some fiat stacked from my gem sales. And if OMI comes down low enough, then I can hit it. The right time for me to buy back collectibles will be when we have OMI to NFT. Until then, there's going to be a lack of liquidity in the app. A lot of people are going to be selling things and just recycling gems. And that's kind of what we can expect. So yeah, I'm just going to wait. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of end it there. Just wanted to cover with you guys my current OMI buy. So I will just quickly hop back into that again one last time just to check. Maybe it has filled. I'm hoping it's come down lower, but okay, it's not filled yet. That's annoying. Someone's probably gone and listed a larger buy order than me. You know, they probably listed one above mine. So here's mine. Okay, they haven't. So if it dips, mine should be the first fill. So I'm hoping so. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I was going to go through with you guys. We'll see what happens. I'll update you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, something doesn't go right with the merge. Bitcoin, ETH dips, and then OMI dips as well, and I can get in that nice buy order. But yeah, I'll see you guys probably later this week. All right, see you everyone.